Neil sort of said it.
Yeah.
Neil said it that you maybe not the best offensive performance, but in the end you get the win. That's what counted the most. How important was that?
Yeah, it's a big for us, man. Thinking about how hard it is to win in this league with the new additions and the competition all across the country. I mean, that's a solid football team, and they got playmakers all over the field. And I think it's big that we go on the road and win as well. I think that shows a lot of maturity in our team, in our offense, defense, special teams. But man, talk about guys having your back. Defense having big time here.
What do you think went wrong for the offense that it wasn't able to be as great of a day as it was last week or a couple weeks ago, or you think it could be?
So much of it starts with me. Just routine plays that we repped all week, that I got to see all week, and then just being, not accurate on my throws. So it starts with me, and then it's offense is so interesting. It's just such a rhythm thing, and it's as soon as if I take the wrong drop, then I'm off by that much with the timing of the route and the receiver. So it starts from the ground up with me, with my feet, and it's something I'll get back to and improve.
You showed you were able to win with your best stuff at Arizona. Well, today you showed you were able to win when you don't have your best stuff. And when you're looking at that drop 8 with so many defenders staring you down, covering those zones, how refreshing was it to you for the staff to come in and say, hey, we're just going to outside release vertical, even throwing deep balls since you were a kid, and just toss it, play pitch and catch?
Yeah, that's what you want to hear as a quarterback, especially when you look out there and you got guys like Traylon Ray and Justin Robinson. The three safety defense, it definitely throws me for a loop for a little bit, and but the more I see it, the more I'm definitely going to be comfortable with it. But I mean, we see it a lot in this league, and it's something I'm going to have to get used to. But like you said, man, there's nothing like a one-on-one go ball outside, and that's where the trust and the timing and all those factors come into play. And I'm just happy that that my guys could make some plays for me.
Momentum change like after the pick 6. Because you guys are struggling up until that point, and all of a sudden it seemed to flip in a heartbeat.
Yeah, football is all momentum. It's all just how fast that can change. Huge play by my boy back there, Ant Wilson. That's a quarterback's dream. And what's so relieving to think about is we still haven't played a complete West Virginia football game where it's great offense, great defense, great special teams. I think we had great defense, great special teams today, but that offensive factor, that's on me. Starting with me up front. So I think when we can play good on all three fronts, we're going to be really dangerous.
Talk about their red zone defense. One of the better red zone defenses in the Big 12. So tough to score touchdowns once you get inside the 20. You managed to do so a couple of times today. What makes it so tough, and how are you guys able to overcome it a couple times?
I think the fact that they, going back to this certain type of defense, that three safety defense, when they're dropping 8 in the red zone and you only have 25, 30 yards to work with, those are tight windows. So that's where you really got to be judicious with the ball, and me underthrowing Rod there in the red zone, that's a miss we can't have, and that's something we'll get back to, and that's just an accuracy error on my part. But credit to them. That's something we talked about all week that they do really well is takeaways in the red zone, and it was something I talked about last week as well, is that we want to improve is scoring touchdowns in the red zone, not field goals, touchdowns. So. We could have been better in that front, but they're one of the best at it.
Like playing on the road, a little bit more focus, the come together thing?
For sure. Something Coach Brown always reiterates to us when we travel is these are the moments you remember as a college football player, when you're traveling with your 70 of your best friends, and you're all staying in a hotel together and eating all these meals together, and these are the ones you remember, and I'm blessed enough to have a great crew around me. These are, like you said, these road games, they're definitely, in a way, more fun than the home games, because traveling's always fun. Getting on a plane, and we even made a stop in somewhere in Ohio yesterday and had a little practice and seeing the country a little bit. So it's always fun.
What's your comfort level on the red zone slants? You hit the touchdown, Ray, on a couple weeks ago. Obviously, you've hit another one today to Robinson. It seems like.
Yeah, that's something I've always prided myself on since high school, really. Back in Chandler, Arizona, that was some of our bread and butter. plays, you know, and it's crucial, you know, with a quarterback who's struggling to get in a rhythm, if you can find him those easy completions like that. And Coach Brown and Coach Allen are really, really good at doing that for me. So, I mean, I always have full faith in whatever they call, and you know, I always get a little more excited when it's anything over the middle like that, and you have a big target like Justin Robinson. But yeah, I seem to favor those throws.
Sudden change. Talk about the throwback screen to Jaheim. That's the last one I got.
Yeah, that's a fun play. That's something we talked about all week again. You know, first play after a takeaway is going to be that play to Jaheim. So I mean, that's all about just getting special people like Jaheim in space, and they're going to do what they do, and they're going to make people miss. And it's beautiful when something like that comes together. You know, when it's you cause the diversion to the left, and then you're throwing back to the right, and everyone's confused, but it's easy for us. You know, that's a good feeling as an offense.
Okay, we got time for one more question.
How did Green help you all week? How conversation with Green, preparing you?
Yeah, you know, that's a veteran. I mean, that's a veteran in this offense, in this program. I mean, that anything he says to me, I always am more than happy to listen to. He was in every single meeting, was in every single game prep, every time I was watching film, I asked if he could come in there and watch with me, because someone like that, they played so many dang snaps that they've got a really good feel for the game, and someone who performed really well against these guys last year. So, I mean, he's such a role model for me, and such a good reflection of what the WVU quarterbacks are. I mean, that's my guy.
Okay, Mike Pizzazza, this is it.
Just 2 the best you can be, right, in 2 starts, but it sounds like Garrett's closer, right, you should be back in there. Just what do you think about, I'm not asking you to call it, find yourself a quarterback, like, how do you go into next week, though, it could be a competition?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it plays right into this mentality we have that Neil's kind of been preaching us, is just be one. I mean, the only thing I can worry about is being the best teammate possible. My name gets called, can give my guys the best chance to be successful, but I think when it gets back to, talking about who's going to play and stuff, it's really about who's going to be a great teammate, who's going to support the other guy. And if it goes either way, I know that Garrett's got my back and I got his. So we've proven to have success with both, and I mean, we're both dangerous. We both have crazy skills. So, I mean, whichever way it goes, I'm always going to be behind my brothers.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.